Bro, they're out of control.
It's when you go from a bra to a harness.
Yeah.
Well, bro, like they're like I'm just she. There's times whenever she's like she gets done home from work and she just like lifts her shirts up and scratches them and I'm like, oh my god, they're so big. They're so big. They're bigger than my head, and I have a big head. I would love to go on there and like take an Instagram selfie, like for my stories, and be like, look how big these are, and take a picture, so everybody can see they're as big as your head. Like, yeah, I know they're great. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, fuck me. All right. Well, let's get this bitch started.
Yep.
It's not the morning, so hello. Welcome to the HWMF Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Feroce, with my heterosexual life mate, Bob.
Hello.
We also have another guest on here. This is our first guest. He's not my heterosexual life mate, but he is a heterosexual. He does live with 5 women, four young daughters, and a wife. He's the only set of testicles in his home. Mr. Dean Perrone.
Hello.
Woohoo! Dean is an athlete for Axe and Sledge. He is the leader of our demo crew. He is someone who is just a hardworking motherfucker in the world, dude. You are the reason that we became friends. We've known each other for almost 4 years now, and your whole MO has always just been being a good motherfucker, dude. Like, you are about as consistent, as solid as people come, and growing up and just getting older, there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously we met on social media, and I think for me it was just, when I started, I was always told just be yourself. And obviously on social media, as you know, a lot of people try to emulate somebody else or be somebody else or be something they're not. So for me, I'm not out to really impress anybody. I'm a middle-aged guy, married, soccer dad. Not that,
You're not an IFBB pro.
Nothing special. So I've always just tried to be myself, and I'm in the thought of, some people like you, some people don't like you, some people love you, some people hate you. Like, I don't really care because I just am who I am. So
I don't even know how to describe you from a social media standpoint, yet you are pretty popular. I mean, you have more followers than some IFBB pros. You have more loyal people that love following you and follow you on a regular basis, very consistent, just because of you being you, dude. That's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I think too is because I interact with a lot of people. I'm one that I get tons of DMs and questions or whatever, or just people sending me messages, and I will literally try to answer every single message I get. And then even on any of my posts, if people comment, I'll literally comment back to every single person I can, because again, I'm in a thought process. Again, if you're taking, whether it takes a second, if you take a second out of your day to comment on one of my posts, I give you the same respect back, and I'll comment back to people. And I just offer help to people and answer questions and stuff like that. And I think that's gone a long way with people.
It's gone a long way with our companies. Like, with as big as our companies are and as much as we do, like with you and what you've done for our people and inside the demo crew. The demo crew is the Axe and Sledge affiliate program where people were able to become part of it, and it was the first level of the affiliate program that we built. And it's a social group where nothing but positivity, and you lead that motherfucker. And everybody in there has a great respect for you, and you also make sure it stays that way. Like, any negativity pops in, you kick it right the fuck out.
Yeah, when I came aboard with you guys and Axe and Sledge, and that was one of the things you guys wanted me to do, which I was honored and happy to do, of course, and to be given the opportunity to run that was great. And I just for me, I think I'm an extension of you and Bob and Pat and Mike. You guys are giving me this opportunity, and you're all about the same thing, keeping up the positivity in that. So that's what I just try to do is keep everybody positive in that group. When we're speaking about fitness, everybody's at a different level. Everybody starts somewhere, and you're always going to have people hating on people, making fun of people on social media. So I try to squash that as much as we possibly can in those groups. I mean, one of the pages has 25,000 people in it, so it's hard. But yeah, I mean, I just try to. I do basically what I think you would want me to do.
Oh, and you do.
Yeah.
And it's not hard because we both it's a similar mindset. I mean, we are very selective with who comes into this company and who comes around us, just simply because we don't want any bags of shit. And like, you know that because of everybody that works here and you being here, you're like, oh, yeah, it's pretty much how it looks. But I mean, I have a million questions for you, and I want everybody to know and want everybody to get some answers. You're our first guest on here. Yeah. So we're going to ask you, of course, some fucked up questions. We're going to get into all the fun stuff. I mean, you are the only set of nuts at your house. So there are other people that are in the same position as you. So I want to get into it. Right out of the gate, you aren't an IFBB pro. No. You're a middle-aged dad with 4 daughters. Yet, how did you get into fitness, and how did you become what you are right now?
For me, I've always worked out, like on and off, since high school. But I would probably, like a lot of people listening, I might go a couple years of working out, and then I would literally take 2, I would just stop. One time I had a corporate job, and I was literally gave up everything. So I was.
What was a corporate job?
It was a staffing company.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, suit and tie. I was going to work in the dark and coming home in the dark, miserable, cubicle. And, then you were living for the weekend. And when I say living for the weekend, it was living to get out, on Friday night and go out drinking or whatever. And that's probably when I got the most out of shape ever. I think now I can sit around 220 pounds and look halfway decent. But I think I got up to close to 240 with no muscle on me.
No shit.
Yeah. And, but anyways, so I would, started working out again, and I was working out quite a bit, but I was the guy that was very inconsistent diet-wise. So I would work out, had a little bit of muscle on me, I guess, but the same thing. I wouldn't eat great. Weekends would come out, still drink on Friday night, Saturday night, pizza, fast food a lot. And so not that I was getting all sloppy and putting on a lot of weight, but I would stay the same. So there was no progression at all in my physique-wise.
Sure.
And just people at my gym, probably about 6 years ago or so, I ran into people that I'm friends with, and some people were starting to compete, NPC-wise.
Okay.
And I had numerous people telling me, why don't you compete? And the first time that was brought up to me, I was like, no way in hell.
So sorry for interrupting. This was 6 years ago?
Yeah.
So 7 years ago, you were kind of a fat, out of shape slob.
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
I'm 44 now, and I just did my first show. I think when I was 39. So that was the first time I ever stepped on stage. Was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
So one of the guys who's a coach, and I live back in Orlando. A lot of them are telling me why don't you compete? And I laughed it off the first time it was brought to my up like that. I'm like, it's just not me. I can't see myself getting up on stage half naked and I get nervous, anxiety, stuff like that. I'm like, no way. And then I think it was about a year later, they were all on me again, why don't you compete? And they're like, you're in the gym all the time anyways, why don't you compete? So out of nowhere, I was just like, to me, it was like a bucket list thing. I'm like, I'm going to do one. I want to step on stage before I turn 40.
Ah, okay.
So I was probably around that same time, maybe is when I got on Instagram as well. And so I did a 18-week prep. And the first show I did was up in Pensacola, Florida, which was a 7-hour drive. Didn't know anything, and I picked the show I did was it was a big national qualifier, which I didn't know. I didn't really know what that was.
So it was a pretty big show.
Yeah, there was about 290 competitors.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
and that was before. No, that was in the thick of it. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So first show, did an 18-week prep, and got up there, saw the amount of people. About shit my pants. I didn't know what to expect. Never done it before.
You competed in physique?
Men's physique.
Men's physique,
yeah.
Okay.
So, so didn't do shit. I almost passed out on stage from the heat,
nice.
Pump up.
Nice.
Completely just dried out backstage, and I think I overpumped.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously you know about all that stuff. And then going out on stage, the same thing. First time, the anxiety was through the roof.
Oh, you got crazy jitters, adrenaline's flying.
Oh, yeah.
Feel like shit, have nothing in you.
And then I get out there, and you're underneath those lights. You can't see anything in the crowd, as you know. You got all the lights on you, and I about went down. And I actually got off stage because I was gonna give out, and they started. One of the coaches was giving me Pedialyte.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up not even finishing that first round, but I came back and I went back out on the night show. And the judges even actually recognized me and made like a comment like, "Oh shit,
he's back."
Yeah, he's back." Kind of made a joke about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't. Needless to say, I didn't place. At
No.
all. And but after that show, of course, I was only going to do one show. It was kind of a bucket list thing, but because I did so shitty, I was like, now I had the itch, So I was like, fuck, I want to actually do this now.
You put in all that work.
Yeah.
All 18 weeks of work to just fucking
Yeah.
half pass out and get not anything. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
No participation trophy.
Nope.
You got pat on the back from your wife, but then a comment from the fucking
yeah.
judge that like, oh, look, he's not dead.
He's not dead. Yeah, he didn't die. He's back, this guy. What is he doing up here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
So, but anyway, so then, when I went to do my second show, it was a smaller show and 100 times more comfortable. Because now I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Also, like the first time, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into.
No clue.
So the second show, I actually did great. I came in second against a guy that was a lot bigger than me, taller, bigger, everything. So, and it was rightfully so. But I was happy with that second place.
Yeah.
But the nerves were gone. That was the best thing for me. It was completely different than the first show. But then, I've done 6 shows altogether, and then the other shows I've done great at.
So during this time of you competing, whenever you got on Instagram, you said you got on Instagram like before your first show.
Yeah, so.
And then what did you do? Because, bro, I'm not being a dick because I love you, Dean. But everybody out there wondering, like, oh, how do I grow my following? Or what do I do? Like, bro, your following is so loyal and they're so consistent with you. And, again, I'm not being a dick, but you're not a pro. You're not a top amateur. You're just a good motherfucker, dude. You're just a dude that documents who he is. And people that want to grow their followings or try and do anything, like, bro, you are the perfect example of someone who hustles on social media because of the love of it. So what did you do to get, what do you have, like 35 or 40,000?
35 or 36,000 or something like
on
that.
Instagram. That's a lot of fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're like, oh, I want to turn pro and get a social media. Bro, I know pros that have 20,000 followers and they can't get over it because they're boring as fuck.
Yeah. Well,
so
yeah.
what did you do? Like you got on there and you did your first show. You were a fat, out of shape, cube who hate motherfucker. Like, and then you just started changing your life.
Yeah. So
what did you do on social media?
On social media, I just started. Yeah.
I mean, I know why I started following you.
Yeah,
Dave.
that's it.
I mean, I met you in person, but the unboxing of like every package that comes to your home is why I like look forward to your stories. I'm like, there's something good in this box. It's like it's something I want to get in the mail.
So,
Yeah.
Snacks or something cool or new headphones.
So I'll just speed this up from what Bob and I are speaking about is, so Dean is an ambassador sponsored by a ton of different companies, okay? Like, this is one of the reasons I like Dean so much again. Bro, he doesn't work with any shitbags. All the companies you work with are great people. Mm-hmm. Like they're pretty stand-up people. Like with Wicked Cuts, beef jerky, beef jerky. Branch Warren's great guy, beef jerky solid. But Dean is an ambassador for all these people, so he would always open up boxes of different things that he bought online or things that the companies that he works with send to him. We'd send him things and we'd be like, oh man, all right, All American Roughneck unboxing, let's see it. Did it way better than I would have did online. Did a way better job of revealing what's inside that box than me. Yeah. Whenever you get new headphones, like he bought the Rock's headphones, like unboxing and opening up, and you're like, man, I want to buy them now. The Rock didn't even fucking sell me on them. Dean sold me on the fucking buying the things. Yep. So Dean has all these. You have all these different. You have all these different boxes. You'll go home and you'll have boxes from this trip.
Yeah, I do actually.
And you do, and then like the things that you do with your family, the way that you even do like the cookie dealer, like with the cookies and how you cook things and make your snacks and everything. Like, bro, you just put your life out there, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So what was the progression of doing that?
So that was it. Like I would, I was with another supplement company, and the way I even got sponsored by them was, I bought stuff first. So I bought shirts, I bought products, and I was using that stuff even before I got sponsored by them. And so to me, because I get that question a lot where people say, how do you get sponsored by this company or how do you get with that company? And I always tell everybody, you should be a consumer of that product first. everybody wants stuff for free, but I'm like, companies aren't just going to give you stuff for free just for no reason.
Because you're you.
Yeah. And so everything that I've done, I've bought, and I paid money for stuff. And if I like that product, I usually will post about it. And so that's kind of how I started. I think my very first company I worked with was like a cookie dough, like a raw cookie dough that you could just eat, right? Because I think there was no eggs in it or something like that.
Yeah, right.
So they sent me like a box of like 40 different like edible cookie dough things. And so I started like with that, and then I'd moved on to a couple different peanut butter companies, like all the different nut butters and protein spread nut butters. And so it got to the point where, like you said, I just be myself. I get packages. If there's a product I like or clothing I like, I just show that. And I know like me and you have talked about the unboxing thing. Like
You're good at it.
Yeah, I just like showing people. And then, like I said, if it's a company that sends me something for free, which a lot of them do now, I think it's my right to give that company a little shout out, as well, and show them. Especially, like I don't promote any company that I don't like. I would never do that, especially for free stuff. Like, it's just not that important to me. So I could have a company say, which I have had companies want to send me stuff, and if I know I'm not going to like the product, or if I have no interest in promoting it, I'd rather tell them just don't send it to me because
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I've had people do the same to me.
Yeah, I'm sure you get tons.
But I don't mean to be a dick, but if I don't buy it, I don't want it. Like you said, like you buy everything.
Yeah.
You buy everything before. I mean, you were buying the fuck out of shirts before Bob and I caught on, and we're like, hey, dude, we should probably just like do a quick like pre-order for Dean because we appreciate the business, but what you're doing is great. And how do I say this? Everybody does this online. Everybody has discount codes. Everybody has all their shit. But legitimately, like whenever you have your discount codes for the things that you promote, like you legitimately believe in them.
Yes.
You legitimately use them. You've already spent your money on them. Like that's something to be said because in this industry, bro, you tried to get bought already. People have tried to buy me to promote things, and I'm just like, I don't like it. Like, how many fucking beard companies want to send me beard oils? All of them. I'm like, I like what I like. I just like what I like. So I'm just going to use what I like, and that's that. Not to be a dick, and I'm sorry, you probably make a great product for you, but I like what I like, and I'm not going to lie to my consumers. Just not going to do it. And that's one of the things that attracted me because I was like, you involve your entire family.
Yeah.
You involve everyone, you involve your children, and for you to put yourself and your family out there on the line, like I say that as a joke, on the line, but you kind of are in a sense of like, bro, that opens you up for a lot of ridicule, opens you up for a lot of fucking hate or the possibility or opportunity for that, and you welcome it pretty well with everything because you're not afraid to just be like, it's okay. Like, I know where you're coming from, but fuck off. You do a good job of managing that all as well.
Yeah, and that goes back to just being who I am, and it's like, I think people, with so much fake bullshit online, I think for the majority, a lot of people can see through it. So if to me, the stuff I do with my kids or my family, and I mean, hell, I've done videos with a bunch of the kids' friends. There's been times in my kitchen where I have like 10 little girls around me and we're eating cookies and whatever. Mm-hmm. So, and they love it. Like the kids come over and they like, can we do a video? Like they ask me like now.
Awesome.
They love it. So, but I think more people that are family people or people that have kids or whatever, I think they can relate to that. Like we were talking earlier, me and you, just about being yourself and being real online. I think people resonate with that a lot more, and they're like, okay, this guy's not trying to be something he's not. He's not trying to be flashy. He's not trying to be fake. Like, he's kind of like me.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like we've talked like people like you so much. It's just like you're you.
Oh yeah, and that's the next thing I was going to lead into here because I have a couple questions. Before you were working with us, you worked the original company you worked with was Rich Piana.
Yes.
The 5%ers. My question, and you get a lot of questions because you went, a lot of people say online, like now that Rich has passed and Rich is dead, like thank God we have someone like Seth. Mm-hmm. Like someone that's just real, open, upfront, like no bullshit, raw, intense, all that. I'm not Rich though. Rich was legitimately a wild man. Yep. So my question would be, I guess answer the question of the fans. how similar am I to Rich, and what are our big differences? Because he's the one that pioneered the ability for everyone to be themselves and just say, fuck it. As long as you stay consistent being yourself and you be a good dude, things will work out. That's what I looked at. That's how I looked at Rich. And I never met the dude, and I wish I would have. Mm-hmm. But like...
Yeah, so I was with, for those listening, I was with Rich Piana for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years or so before I left there. I think I left right before he actually passed away, literally within weeks, because I left to go to another company. But when I came out with you guys, that was definitely one of the most questions. I would get people just messaging me on Facebook like, how is Seth compared to Rich? Like, that was the biggest question, and I still get it. And he was definitely one thing, like you said, he was always that way as far as he said what he wanted, he did what he wanted, and he didn't really care if people liked him or hated him or loved him or whatever. He was just him. He didn't really give a shit. And sometimes he would say stuff very off the wall, and not everybody agreed with. Or whatever.
I mean, the dude got 5-to-1 dick to ball ratio. Yeah. Like, couldn't have had a better saying.
But he, and like you said, he kind of paved the way. To me, too, I probably did, I don't know how many expos, 7 or 8 expos. And I think whether people liked him or hated him or whatever, he was definitely a hard worker. He was always we were the last ones at every expo. They used to get kicked out, like by the security would say it's time to go. And I think the similarities between you guys, though, are just like you said, it's you guys both are just real people that say what you want, do what you want. You welcome the hate pretty much, because if, I mean, like I said at the beginning, people are either going to like you or they're not going to like you. It really doesn't matter. I think it's more genuine and people respect you for you being you and doing what you want.
Absolutely.
The difference is, I think, is I think you're more relatable to people. Rich was a freak. He was entertainment. So those, like I said before, those are the similarities as far as you guys doing what you want and saying what you want. The difference is, I think, Rich was kind of flashy. He liked all the fancy cars, the fancy shoes, the jewelry, and everything.
It fit his personality so well too.
Yeah. And you're a family guy, which a lot of people can relate with. But you guys both hard workers, and so I think that's one of the differences. The
differences are that, like, I never met Rich, like I was saying, but I remember I watch his videos, and I mean, like, the dude was just. It goes back to me talking about how men are so stupid. Like, we're so dumb. Like, you'd see Rich, like, dumping Fruity Pebbles into a blender, going, ha, 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 like, eating a cookie. He's like, and then he'd say the cookies don't count. Yeah, like, the calories don't count. Like, no fucking Rich. They do count, dude. And just how the dude just was himself. I loved that, but the big difference between he and I, the way I look at it, like, I see the wild man in him, and it would always make me want to be a wild man, because I am at heart. But then I got kids. And like, having kids will change you. And kids saved my life. Mm-hmm. Like, if I didn't have kids, I'd be fucking probably doing hookers and cocaine, and I probably wouldn't have made it, dude. It's just wild. I love steroids and cocaine, But with him, like, the difference of that was that was it, like the wild man thing, the mentality. But the dude, I loved watching him. He was so entertaining, and he was himself. Yeah, always himself. Like, whether when you saw him at the expo, the dude was the same dude he was in the videos. Like, making sure people were enjoying themselves. He would take time to talk to everybody at the expos. His line was long as fuck, and he always took time with people. So me even not knowing him, like, that's one thing I pulled from Rich. Like, I spend time with all of the fans in line because of people like him and what they've done. And I mean, it's a fucking riot. I've heard wild stories about that dude too. Just wild stories. He liked partying. I mean, I guess it kind of equates back to us having dumb sayings like "look good naked," deadlifts and gummy bears, things like that. And then Rich's was 5-to-1 dick to ball ratio. Yeah, I take steroids and my balls atrophied and got really tiny, but my dick looks great next to him. Shane's like, man, I gotta try that. Oh man,
he liked slamming like pints of ice cream at night too.
Yeah,
huh?
But that was another thing we always laugh about.
Like Ben and Jerry's every night, right?
Yeah, he would say he's doing keto, and he would like I joke about keto.
Oh, that's where it came from.
But he would say he's doing keto, and he would take 4 or 5 scoops of their carb powder, after workout, and then at night he'd eat a pint of Ben & Jerry's, but he's keto.
He's keto.
Oh my
He's
God.
keto, eating 300 carbs a day.
Bro, a pint of Ben & Jerry's.
Every night.
Oh, that dude was so
I think he did that every night,
Yeah,
didn't
pretty
he?
much, yeah.
Like a whole pint of ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Like not the Halo top or the
No, I think a pint of their ice cream is what, like 1,600 calories?
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Like
Yeah.
400 calories per half cup, and there's 2 cups, so you got fucking
Yeah.
stacked in there. I mean, that's kind of like you fat fuck.
Yeah.
Dean, everybody's got to go follow Dean and just watch everything on his stories. And
I get fat looking at the snacks on your page. Like I just look at the stacks.
he
of-
puts together like, what do you do? Like ice cream and cookie things, and then like
I was doing pancakes for a long time.
pancakes.
Remember all my pancake stuff?
Yeah.
gourmet pancakes at home. We thought he was a fucking chef. It was nuts.
I'd message you every time because I'd be cleaning up my diet. I'm like, God damn it, Dean.
Well, I've had
That's a week's worth of fucking carbs
I mean,
right there.
like I wonder. Okay, the only time I feel like a fucking executive chef is like at 7 a.m. every morning, because I have like 7 different things going on when I'm like packing lunches for the kids. I'm like, okay, I got my coffee ready. I'm like, I just got done doing cardio, so I don't have a shirt on, so I feel like I look really good because I just did cardio. And like Hannah's just waking up. I'm like, she definitely wants to fuck me. And here I go. So I'm going to do all this cool manly dad stuff, packing lunches. And then she helps and I rub up on her. And like, I'm doing like 17 things at once. And then I realized I just made a kid's lunch and nothing spectacular happened whatsoever. But that's the only time I ever feel like I'm worth anything in the kitchen, because I make mediocre food as a bodybuilder. I can grill a fucking hell of a steak. I can make cool French fries, potatoes. I can make dill weed dip for pretzels and vegetables.
That's it.
I can make eggs. I can make cinnamon toast. I can make a hell of a cinnamon toast. Like, I'm not really that great. I'm not spectacular. I mean, if I took time, I know I could learn. But I mean, I cut my fucking finger damn near every time I cut something up. So whenever I see your stuff, I'm like, man, like, what is he doing there?
Work of art.
How does it happen? Is that a fake? Is that fake?
the pancakes used to take a while to make.
They had to
Yeah,
have,
they
bro.
did kinda.
They looked like a fucking picture for an ad.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it. I know how long things take because we run a fucking company, so the marketing. And I look at some of your pictures, and I'm like, man, he's really good at this. How does he do that? Oh, it's a riot.
Snack King.
The Snack King. All right, here. Yeah, let's go into this. All right. You tried the Dots pretzels, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Loved them.
Really good, huh?
How many bags did you order already?
Not yet. But you know, we had the website. I'm looking at them.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to order some for sure.
So Dean is the Snack King, loves food, does it all, and does it really well. Food is every bodybuilder's best friend. You said you were a fat fuck previously.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all were, so we all have a food affinity. Now that you are fit, like you're a pretty fucking fit dad. Somewhat. You're still a fat ass at heart like us.
Oh, yeah. Big
So,
time.
like all that. What's your favorite snack? What's your go-to snack?
I'm a chip guy. I mean, not any in particular, but I'm a huge. I like Doritos a lot.
Yep, my kind of guy.
Barbecue chips. I like crunchy shit like that.
Yeah.
Big time.
How does your wife
She
feel
hates-
about 4 kids later? Yeah, she fucking hates
She thinks
me.
I'm gross. No.
What does your wife think of everything that you do with the companies and everything, like the packages coming, because it's not very normal
No,
to occur.
they're-
So what does she think about everything that you do in this?
She likes it all. I mean, some of the companies send me stuff for her, so
Yeah.
but she's used to it now because it's been going on for a couple of years. But I mean, she likes it. I mean, there's days. I mean, there's days where, you know, I'll get 3 or 4 packages in one day, so I'm cracking them all open and stuff like that.
And your girls? You have, how many daughters do you have?
4.
You have 4 daughters. How old are they?
15, 13, 11, and 8. Yeah.
Jesus, you were busy.
Yeah, every 2 years almost.
Every time one popped out, like 9 months later, you're back in the game. Was that planned?
I don't know. Kind of, I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, they were planned, I mean, we didn't like at the beginning. We didn't say we're gonna have 4 kids.
I mean, they're pretty spread out evenly.
Yeah,
they're spread out evenly, and it seems semi-planned.
Yeah, I would say it's planned. I was planning for a boy, but when I was 0 for 4, I'm like, I'm fucking done.
How many? When did you?
Done.
So did you get snipped or did she get snipped?
That's a bad subject. I'm not snipped yet. She's been on me to get snipped for like the last 3 years.
Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me?
I told you the pull-out game's strong.
Don't you get the fuck away from me then. I'm bad luck. I thought I was the pull-out king. I'd shoot myself in the face, shoot her in the face. I was fucking wide Earp over here for the longest time, and then I just left it in too long and fucked it all up. Dean's like dead serious right now. He's like, no, I'm pretty good at this.
No, I do have to. I sort of like our friends make jokes about it.
I'm making fun of you right now, fuckhead. You better clean that shit up.
Yeah, when she listens to this, she'll be like, see, even they're telling you to get snipped. Do what Seth says.
Well, that's Anna. She's like, you know what that means? And she's like, wonder if they'll tie my tubes whenever they're in there. And I'm like, babe, you're 24 years old. Like, they ain't tying you up. She's like, you know what that means? Snip, snip. And I'm like, I don't know if I can handle that. Maybe I'll just get back on a fuckload of tests and be good. How's that sound?
Yeah, see, it scares me a little bit. Everybody I talk to is like, it's no big deal. I'm like, I don't know about people cutting my nuts open.
I don't want you doing anything down there.
Listen,
okay?
Hey, but the thing is, like, bro, how old are you?
44.
44. You got 15-year-old. Fuck, that's another subject in a second. Fuck that noise. But an 8-year-old. You have another little baby pop out. That's some shit.
Yeah, there'd be a huge gap, especially between the 15-year-old and that.
Well, I mean, Adeline's 12,
Yeah,
Emmy's 6, and little SJ's going to be he'll be 0. So that's 6-year, 12-year difference.
I have a 17-year-old brother.
Oh yeah, that's
quite the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 15-year gap.
31.
14, 14, yeah. 14.
Yep.
Yeah,
he was
an accident.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely was. Yep. I was in like 7th, 8th grade. So you got all the shit like, oh, your mom's pregnant.
Your mom and dad are fucking.
They still do it.
They're still fucking.
It's like, oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. well, I mean, Adeline's putting together. Adeline's 12, and she was born in 2007. And she's putting it together, and she's like, when did you graduate college? And I was like, 2008. I was born in 2007. And I'm like, yep. She's like, so you had me in college? I'm like, yep. Meanwhile, Adeline's learning that, like, what not to do in life. Like, don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs. Don't have premarital sex. All these things that, like, don't happen. Yeah. And she's putting them all together. And she's like, so you had me in college? I'm like, yep. Yes, I did. And she's like, oh, boy, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, dude, it does suck. The best thing that happened to me, put it this way, without you, I'd probably be dead. But yeah. Always fun conversations with her. It's like I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm talking to a female version of myself that's like, because I was so nice and sweet and like honest and so, like such a little pussy. And this kid's like, fuck you. Like, whenever I hear her by herself, like on Fortnite, when she gets all fired up, Shane knows. Shane's over there. She's like, your daughter was telling people I'm clapping cheeks online last night. I'm like, she's like, I clapped your cheeks, bitch. I'm like, what did she say? She doesn't even know what she's saying, and she's saying it. Or she'll be like, get the fuck out of here with that. And I'm like, oh my God, Adeline, you can't talk like that. Look at Shane, he's losing it. He's like, yeah, it's her.
When you hear it, do you like stand there and like, like.
Okay, what happened was whenever I hear her use swear words and things in the correct context, and I'm like, she's playing with people that might not know, and they're talking to a female, a 12-year-old girl who is using cocksucker in the right reference, and she hears it from me, and it's fucking hilarious. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad stuff. And I'm like, I can't. This is my fault. What am I supposed to do? Walk in and be like, where did you hear that? Well, bud. And she's like, and I'm like, I mean, that was pretty funny. I heard it. I would have said the same thing. Fuck him.
I just stand there at the door and listen and laugh. That's what I do.
Dude, I would always lose my shit because she would say this shit to my friends.
She's destroying grown men.
She's beating him in Fortnite.
She was like, wait, Shane, how old is she? And I was like, oh, she's And I think she was 11 at the time. I was like, she's 11. And they go, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, her dad. I work for her dad.
Like, who's
Just
this
watch the
girl
videos.
talking shit to everybody?
Bro, she is such a shit talker. Oh man, yep, that's my
She
girl.
is competitive as hell.
Oh, terrifying. So I mean, I'm going to ask you some questions now. 15-year-old daughter.
Yep.
How's that feel?
Scary.
Is it?
Yeah. So ninth grade.
Have any dicks showed up at the door yet?
No.
Oh man, you know it's coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're it's my biggest fear.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's in ninth grade.
Ninth grade.
High
Yeah.
school now.
Yeah. So that was another big step.
Yeah.
Which it's like your girl. You don't want any guy coming around your daughter.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
I have 4 of them. So
Yeah, you're in it. I mean, I'm prepared for it, and as far as I can, because it's that battle as a father. You're like, oh yeah, like the only reason I like girls is because they turn me on, and your daughters are drop dead gorgeous. You know, you and your wife just stellar couple. I mean, tall, dark, and handsome over here.
Oh, thank you.
Your wife, the things I do to her. So, I mean, but then your kids are all of them, like even Hannah, your oldest daughter, she's clicking through stuff and she's like, how old's his daughter? I'm like, I think she's like 14 or something. She's like, she looks older than me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
So she looks a lot like Tracy, and there's been, everybody says, oh, that's your mini me or whatever, but there's been pictures of me and her, and like on like Facebook or something, people will comment, they're like, oh, at first when I looked, I thought it was Tracy.
Yeah.
So people think it's almost her. It's
Like a young version of your wife at that time.
yeah, and then there was a picture maybe a year ago on the beach of her and my mom. I was talking to my mom, and she's like, is that Peyton on that picture with the red suit? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, she has boobs. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
I know. I'm like, I know there's gonna be some young little cocksucker showing up, and I'm just gonna see him and be like, I fucking hate you already. Fucking hate you. I know what you want. Get out of here.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. With all my girls, we'll be in the kitchen, and I'm like, all boys are scumbags. I'll just say stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're a boy. And I'm like, I know. That's why I'm saying it. I know what I used to do.
I know what's
what I
going to
used to
happen.
do. I know how I was in high school. They're all dirtbags. Stay away.
There's so many things that, like, I mean, because in high school, the thing is as a male and as a father, you know this is going to happen. I know what's going to occur. Yeah. It's going to suck. I fucking hate it. But the thing is I wasn't a piece of shit growing up. You know what I mean? Whenever I showed up, like, at like the girl I dated in high school, I knew her dad before I knew her. You know what I mean? And I was a good dude. I worked really hard. He knew me from the gym, and I just showed up at his house one night because his daughter asked me for a ride home, or to give her a ride home from a basketball game. So I went home, and like he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Like, what do you think I'm doing here?" Your daughter's pretty hot, bud. Like, I don't know. I'm just along for whatever's about to happen, okay? So you know those things are going to occur with your daughters. And if I knew the boy that showed up at my house, if I came home from somewhere and I saw the dude that I saw at the gym, and he's a decent guy, he works and all this, works out, da-da-da, and I saw the kid that I knew and he was at my house, I'd be like, what are you doing here? And he'd probably like, I don't know. The same fucking thing would occur. Yeah. But all I know is I wasn't a bad kid. My intentions were like, oh, I'd like you to touch my penis. Can we get that far first? So you know those are going to happen with your kids. And you're like, all right, let's get this shit together. Yeah. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs. And wrap your dick up. Those are 3 things that just do in life. Every high schooler should know those things. And that's kind of like, I know it's going to occur, but you just have to be okay with it and hope that you raise your kid well enough that they don't make those mistakes and ruin their life. You know? Do you agree?
Yeah, and that, like you said, I mean, you know what's going to happen. Again, I have 4 of them, so I got to be prepared. It's either my hair's falling out, turning gray, or I'm going to have a heart attack. But as long as the kid's respectable and a good kid and stuff, I mean, there's nothing really else you can do.
No, you can't.
And like you said, it's Tracy and my job, I guess, to raise the girls as best as we can, so they make the right choices, hopefully.
Yeah. And
You
I
know
mean,
what I mean? So
and it scared the shit out of me being a single dad for a minute and me hating women for a little bit to be like, like I don't know how I'm going to handle this on my own. Like, what happens if she gets her period? I don't know what a vagina does. I don't know what happens. But now that Hannah's around and like she's getting older, and I'm like, so how's this work? Like, what happens? She's like, I'll handle it. Just shut the fuck up. And I'm like, sounds good, babe. I'm glad we had this talk. And then like,
Good plan.
and then like, okay, we'll go into this. Like having Adeline is a good kid, but she's the first one, then Emmy. But we live in a ranch house, and I'm like, her window's right next to her room, like it's level, like it's really easy to get in and out of that fucking window. I'm like, motherfucker, because whenever you're a teenager, sneaking out and shit like that, and I'm just like thinking ahead of all these things, and I'm like, if I was a boy trying to get in here or get her out of here, this would be way too fucking easy. This is way too easy. It's like a fucking, it's a home run right there.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'd sneak out of 20 different windows in your house.
Oh,
No problem.
so simple.
Yeah.
So simple. So those are, and it's funny because that's just, I don't know, you just look at life and it's going to happen that way.
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
What can you do?
I love it. It's a good time. Now I got little SJ going to show up. Should be entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. God did this to me on purpose. He did. He's like, you're going to have a boy and it's going to fuck everything up in your life. Because my life is so smooth, dude. I mean, a lot of work, but everything's really smooth in my life. Like I do XYZ here. I do ABC at home. Like the girls go to gymnastics. Like gymnastics, that's all we do. Boy shows up whenever he gets older. He does not do in gymnastics. Hannah said no. He's got to like fucking, she likes hockey dudes, bitch. She likes She likes Julian Edelman and hockey guys. She always hung out at the hockey house in college. Fuck her. I hate the hockey house.
Hockey players are tall.
They're big
Tall,
and they're
big.
strong and they're fucking mean.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
I know.
Usually good looking.
I know. Very strong legs.
Yep. Great lower body strength.
Their hip thrusts are incredible. Motherfucker. Now I'm sweating. I'm pissed off. But no, she said, he's going to be like, I want to play hockey. You're not playing hockey, kid. But Mom said I can. She's fucking wrong. She said she dated a hockey. No, she didn't.
She's not dropping you off at practice.
Fuck no.
You're splitting wood.
Listen, kid, shut up.
Not playing hockey, you're splitting wood.
And it'll be like, can you do practice tonight? I'm going to go to hockey practice. No, you're not. You will not. There'll be this fucking coach over there that's just 6'3", handsome, look even taller on skates. Fuck him.
Yeah, the skates add like 4 inches or something.
I know. I'm going to go out there with skates and everything. I'll be like, I can do this. Oh, shit. Yeah. So, yeah, she said she wanted hockey. That was hockey. What was it? No soccer. She said she wants hockey, and football was okay, but she wanted to start early so he didn't mess his head up. So that's cool.
Bodybuilding?
No. No. I mean, the thing is, the kid can do whatever he wants. Like I said, you have 4 kids. So, you're a soccer dad.
Yeah, they're all 4 of them play soccer.
Big time with soccer.
Yeah.
Do any of them do anything else?
My 13-year-old has played. Last year, she won Ironman Award, which they give, kind of like the old Cal Ripken.
Really?
No, but she won. They gave out 2 Ironman Awards in the middle school, and it was her and another girl. No boys. They played every sport in middle school. So she did track, soccer, basketball, and volleyball is what the school offers. So she played all 4 of those last year. And so it was funny, though, because just 2 girls out of the whole school got this Ironman award for playing every sport that they offer.
Bro, how aren't you tired?
Look at me. Like
He looks tired.
I'm only 18. When I look at how I look.
Did you see how much we filmed yesterday?
Dean's been working out 4 times a day since he's been in town.
Yeah.
But
So
no, that's a lot of running around.
bro,
though.
that's just one of the kids. That's not the other 3.
Yeah, and then so my 11-year-old too. For the last few years, this year she didn't. She was doing dance also.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, there would be nights where it's like home from
The
school.
same one?
Yeah, a different one. That was the 13-year-old. So the 11-year-old would do dance. So we'd like rush her to dance. As soon as dance is over, you like rush her to soccer. So that's actually we'll jump into where everybody asks why I work out at like 4 a.m, and so Tracy used to work out with like a girlfriend, and she used to work out at like 5:30 for a long time. And I used to always say, like, I don't know how the fuck you guys do that. Like, I would get up at like 6 or something. I'd maybe do some fasted cardio. But I was always a guy who worked out at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sure.
I'd work or whatever and then go to the gym. And that's what changed all that was when the 2 older girls started playing travel soccer, because we have the rec soccer league is literally like right behind our house, like a couple blocks away.
Sure. Uh-huh.
It takes 5 minutes to get there, not even. So once they went to travel soccer, well, they're all over the place. So it was at that point where Tracy's like, because she used to kind of run everybody everywhere by herself, and I would be at the gym. So selfish bastard.
Yeah.
So, but it got to that point where she's like, yo, I need help driving kids. So that's actually what transitioned me into like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to start working out in the morning. And so that's why I do that now, so I can always help chauffeur kids around at after late in the day after school and all that. So yeah,
they all do a sport.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 4 of them. What vehicles do you guys have?
I have a Ford Escape, and which I bought. So I'm probably going to give that to my 15-year-old. So that's why I bought that. Which a lot of my friends make fun of me, say it's a chick ride, but listen,
it's okay.
And then we have a Honda Odyssey, a minivan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask like what the big vehicle was because you had to have one.
You have to.
And then this past year, my 11-year-old went to travel soccer. So we literally there's sometimes where the 3 now oldest out of the 4, the 4 still plays like rec league right behind the house. The 3 can be in 3 completely different cities on a Saturday at the same time playing.
Oh my God!
Tracy's parents live right by us. Thank God. So they'll literally. So like I'll go to one game, Tracy will go to another game, and Tracy's parents will take the kid to the other game.
Holy
because they'll be
fuck.
They could be 2 hours away, in different directions.
Like, will you like rotate who takes what kid? So like, oh, dad missed me this game this week, and
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, right.
I basically go where she tells me.
Yeah.
So like, you're taking Haley.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah,
just stay out of it, and
I'm just like, yeah.
No, that's the nice way of saying shut the fuck up, and you're doing what I say. And you're like, cool, I'll fuck the shit out of you later. It's gonna be great. Just gonna pull out, no babies. Good plan. All right, I'll see you out there. Let me know if you need anything. All right, babe. Great job, honey. You're doing great. Thanks. All right. Like those are unspoken words that are said. That like it's like, hey, this is what you're doing. You look great today. See you later. Fuck off.
See you tonight.
Do you usually drive the furthest distance?
No, that's what I was about to say.
I was gonna.
Honest to God, she almost 100% of the time she'll take the furthest distance, and I'll do.
Do you think that's because she doesn't want to deal with your shit and the other ones, so she can have time by herself with the other one?
I don't think she wants to hear me whine and bitch.
Yeah. She's like, it's just way easier for me to take it.
Honestly, she'll be like,
Kim does that.
Yeah, she'll just say flat out, like, I didn't want to hear you bitch about doing that.
Yep.
Like, okay.
I mean, oh my God, I do it, and I just realized I did it. Like gymnastics this weekend. I was like, because every weekend this weekend we travel for gymnastics. Okay. The last meet, the other week, last weekend we had one at California University, Pennsylvania. So it's like 45 minutes away. Wasn't bad. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just go down for Emmys. It was just a lower level, so it's great. She's able to handle it. With this one coming up this weekend, I was like, where's this one at? And she's like, West Virginia. And I'm like, motherfucker. She's like, what? And I'm like, I didn't say anything. She's like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, where's it at? She's like, West Virginia. And I'm like, where at in West Virginia? And she said, I think it's right past Weirton or something. And I'm like, She's like, you got anything to say? Nope. When we leaving? And in my head, I'm like, motherfucker, I know it's like an hour and a half away. I don't want to fucking go. Because we own the gym, so it's like we have to be there all weekend long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I start asking questions, and she's like, how about I just send you the list? And I'm like, please do, of like times or when the meets are, when every level is everywhere. Well, I have my certification, so I have to kind of help out because this weekend's another big meet, so levels are competing together. But then after that, we go to Disneyland. So that's another few days smoked. We'll be coming down near you. Yeah, next weekend we go to Disneyland. It's completely fucked. Huge, biggest fucking meet. Like all the parents wanted to go to this meet, and it's awesome. It's Disneyland, for fuck's sake. Cool meet. Everything's great. Well, this gym's doing really well. Yeah, at the bigger meets in Pennsylvania and the bigger meets we're going to, we're doing pretty fucking well for a first-time gym. I mean, some of these levels are kicking ass. Like level 8s and level 6s, murdering meets. The meet in Disneyland is like, teams from Texas are going to be there. The teams from Texas, fuck. They are nasty. Like Texas, even in Florida, there are some nasty fucking gyms in Florida. So we're going to hang with the big dogs. Should be exciting.
Nice.
But going back to the thing you were talking about, I bitch constantly about distances. Complain all the time. I'll bitch and complain, and then I'll be like, oh, man, here it comes. Gonna get yelled at. Shut the fuck up.
Is that meet on like Disney property?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's at one of the hotels. The hotels in the I don't know exactly. I just know it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
It was very expensive too.
Anything Disney is. That's why we don't go. with all my kids, it costs me like $1,000 to walk through the door.
Yeah, just to walk in. Just to walk in.
Yeah, that's before I get a $40 cheeseburger.
I've never been there, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should go like at some point, but yeah. No, we're going there. It's a big meet. It'll be good. Everybody's excited. The parents. It's an optional meet. Like you don't have to go. It was an optional thing that all the parents opted to do, and the girls are doing really well. So it should be a good experience, and it's good for the older girls too. They'll be able to go and see, like even with the travel leagues, like whenever you go to a bigger event, like the girls got to know what stiff competition looks like. Like where you fucking level up? Are you good enough? Like it's important things to do.
Yeah, let you see how you stack up against other competition, especially out of state like that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be intense. It'll be intense. 4 girls. Could you imagine that? Shane, what would you do with 4 women?
I have no clue. I don't even want to think about that.
He doesn't know what to do with one.
I think she's telling him what to do. And Shane's like, yeah, I like this shit. He's like, I get told what to do everywhere else. This one's like at least pleasuring me. My woman at least pleasures me, and these fuckers make fun of me. And then he's sitting there, he's like, my dick's hard, belly's full, I'm loving life. That's the mentality.
Like how we just spoke on Shane's behalf. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay, let's keep moving on. Oh, man. So, where from here then, Dean? So you have, how do I want to phrase this? I guess this is it. Where would the... I'm trying to think of how, like, because, as a dad, you want to ask, I have girls and I'm an asshole. I'm a perverted fucking dickhead. Like, it's terrible. So, like, where from here? Like, how do you take the next steps? Like, you're going to have to prepare for college for the kids. You know what I mean? You have four young girls in your home. Like, as a dad, and many people listening, because I started talking a lot about parenting on here. Like, I'm preparing myself for high school. I'm preparing myself for a dickhead to show up. When you're preparing yourself to send your kid to college or send your kid or move on with it, what are the things that are your biggest concerns about raising a girl? And what have you learned, or what advice could you give to someone about being a parent and keeping your cool? Because, bro, you're still married. There's a lot to be said for that as well. Like, I'm divorced. Yeah. My life got turned upside down. I feel like fucking Fresh Prince right there. But like it got thrown into a fucking whirlwind. So you're still married. You have 4 daughters. You seem to have a great relationship with your wife. Whenever you have problems, just send her up here. But no, those things, like there's a lot to be said for that. So what have you done in your life, and where do you see it going? Like how do you hold your shit together, for lack of better terms, or what advice could you give to people to keep their life spicy, fun, entertaining? Because you seem to have a pretty good life, Dean. You seem to do really well with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I give her tons of credit for, number one, putting up with me. Like I said, she does a ton of shit, way more than I do, as far as keeping everything moving, everything working, organized, because I'm definitely not organized. But I mean, as far as me and her go, I mean, everything's always good. I mean, she's always supported me in everything I've done. You know, like especially even competing, she never knew anything about that, and it's like to have support during, because when you prep, it's selfish as fuck.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like you're concentrated on one thing and everything's tuned out. But even through marriage, I mean, we're just both very supportive of each other.
Do you send her dick pics?
No, but I always ask her to send me pics, and she won't. I think she's always afraid that like the phones
Show
get
everybody?
hacked. And no, but like after that big celebrity internet one, when all the pictures got out, I think I'm always like, send me this. No, she's scared to death.
Oh, it'll be in the cloud.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
in the
that's
cloud.
what. Yeah.
Yep.
I have a lot there. Whenever something comes out, I've already told everybody what I look like. It's okay.
Apple's seen every angle. It's all in the cloud.
But as far as just, I mean, I think we both. I'd say we just make, as far as holding shit together, just we form a good team. Like I said, I do whatever she tells me to do, so I know where I'm going and whatnot, and
Yeah.
and just raising the kids. I mean, we just try to do the best job we can possibly do by setting good examples. You know what I mean, for them to see that. And again, I hate to keep going back to like competing, but like for that, even that was a big thing. Like, because I know tons of people that say like, I'm gonna do a show, and then they quit like halfway through prep.
Yeah.
So for me, now that I've done 6 of them, but even like that first one, it was like a big goal of mine to show the kids. I said I'm going to do this, and it was my first 2 preps were fucking just miserable, just like with the food, and it was very, very strict compared to the last 4 shows. I was much more, a little bit open with my eating and stuff, and still came in great. But for me, that was important to show them, like, I set a goal, I said I was going to do something, 18 weeks of misery, and I stepped on stage and did it. So, and the kids loved seeing that in every show that I've done. They've been to every show, and they're in the crowd screaming for me, which is great. So, like, doing stuff like that, I mean, that's just something little in life, but I mean, to show them those examples that doing what you say you're going to do and finishing something out like that, I think is a great example to show kids. And it doesn't obviously have to be with competing, but
there's a lot that you said there that I took away personally. Like you said, you followed through with it. That's huge.
yeah.
And then also like the support that your wife shows you, and like you're leading by example. Like that means that like if you're leading by example, that means that your daughters are watching your wife, how she loves you. Mm-hmm. That's huge. I mean that's like, I'm gonna probably guess, like it just seems like this. I'm gonna say something else. You probably don't argue in front of the children either.
No, we don't argue that much, to be honest. Like, and I'm not saying that to sound like a fucking rainbows and unicorns over there, but we honestly don't. And if anything, it's heard like it might be heard like yelling at me because I do dumb fucking shit.
I was just gonna say you're like, really good at doing what she says.
I literally can't say enough about what like she does. Like I give her like all credit for everything that goes on in our family. So it's be very rare that I'm like she pisses me off or I say something. It would definitely be the other way around. But I think, but now, we've been together so long, she just knows, like, I do dumb shit, right? Kind of like, you're the same way. So it's
I'm going to set him up for success.
Yeah.
Her day is like, this is the time when Dean does really dumb things and he says stupid shit. So I'm going to not even let it happen.
Yeah. Like,
women are way smarter than we think they are.
Yeah, I think she's just used to it. So like,
yeah, she caught on.
She knows you do dumb, like I buy stupid shit, like she like, Like,
17 pair of headphones.
when I was just here, I bought I bought them before I came up here, but I bought a pair of Kobe, the shoes, Black Mambas that I found online. And, I have about like 70 pairs of shoes, which I have all these shoes I've never even worn before. So when I was up here, I was telling Jay, I got a text the other day, and she goes, "Really?" And I'm like, "Really what?" And she's like, "More shoes?" So she just knows I do stupid shit like that.
Like, this is so fun to watch someone else's. Like, we talk about.
Me and Dean are almost the same person.
I was just gonna say, like, we talk so much about our relationships, and now that we have Dean's in the mix here, it's like, man, like, we really are morons.
Yeah.
Like, men are complete dumbasses, and we're just like, ha ha, boobs. Ha ha, shoes. Oh, I like shoes. You, it's like, cars. Bob is an impulse buyer.
I'm a tad impulsive.
And Dean, like, it's
cool though,
and it's so cool to hear because you just have a wonderful relationship, being supportive.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everything that I preach in my life, that I had to learn how to become this person. Like, you're a very similar person. Like, bro, I need to learn how to hold my tongue because I have a wonderful life. There's times when I'm like, just tell me what to do. I'll do a good job.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, that seems like a really simple and, like, not inferior, but inferior, because just tell me what to do, babe. I'm going to do it so good, you're going to tell me to do it again. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it creates a great environment so that things work. Because I know that whenever Hannah and I feel very strongly about something and we disagree, it kind of just creates an argument. And then one of us will be like, fuck, dude, why did I even go that far? I should have just let her take the reins on it, or I should have just let him take over on it, because he is going to do it better, or she is going to do it better. She's smarter than I am. Like, those things are going to occur.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Parenting goes well, too. Just lead by example.
Yeah. I mean, that's, and I think you asked, too, about, like, what's some of the things that worry me as girls, especially girls growing up in this day and age, too. Especially getting into high school, just because I know all the fucked up shit I did in high school. And that was years ago. And, things are 10 times worse now. It's like that high school and then even into college scare the shit out of me, just because of all the fucked up shit with, like, guys taking advantage of girls, rape, fucking drugs, fucking girls getting hammered and dudes taking advantage. Like, when you have a son, you're just hoping he doesn't do stupid shit.
Yeah, it's
when you have
easier
a daughter,
to control.
Yeah, when I have a daughter, I'm like, fuck, that scares the shit
The whole
out of me.
joke.
Yeah.
You have a boy, you only have to worry about one dick.
Yeah.
You have a girl, you got to worry about 1,000,000 dicks.
I've heard that like 100 times.
Fuck off. I don't want to worry about 1,000,000 dicks. There's not going to be that many coming at her. Dick. I mean, okay, so a couple stories about high school. Stupid shit. We'll talk about that. One of the greatest things that we did in high school, we used to party at my parents' house pretty hard. We all worked hard, so we'd steal my parents' beer and drink it all. And then they'd be like, you fucking assholes, don't do that shit. You're going to get us in trouble. And we're like, oh, it's cool, don't worry. And then we found our way to get our own beer, It was always a way. But my parents lived in a nice neighborhood, and there was a ton of houses. So, and we were the fuck-ups of the area. We did well in school. We played sports. We did well. And I was always working. But on the weekends, we'd usually just get drunk and raid the neighborhood. So my one buddy, whenever we'd party, he'd always just want to go streaking. He was not a large man either. He just was average guy, average Joe, and he just loved to run around naked. So we were out the one night drinking beers, walking the neighborhood, and all of a sudden he got pretty tuned up, like halfway through the evening, and decided, let's go streaking. So we were like, fuck it, let's go watch this dude streak through everywhere. This is going to be funny as fuck. Well, he would search for the houses with, like, the glass storm door, okay? Uh-huh. And he would go up and press himself up against it. So it'd be like his face, his dick, his balls, his body would press up against there. Like, he'd make sure his balls would be on. He'd back away, and if it was, like, cold out, you could see the impression on there. And he'd make sure his dick and balls were there and, like, run away and then, like, go to the next house. And he was running around looking, and I'm like, dude, if I was my age now, 35 years old, I'm living in this neighborhood, and I have a glass storm door on my front door. And I open my door, and I see a fucking imprint of somebody that naked put themselves on the door. I'd be like, oh, man, this is fucking funny.
This fucking guy.
This fucking guy. And then here's the thing: everybody knew it was us.
Yeah,
The whole
they're like,
neighborhood
come on.
knew it was us. So I'm like, it's too much fucking fun.
I'm gonna do it to your front window.
So well, here's the thing: I do it on the shower door at home all the time. Hannah cleans everything. I'm like, here we go, right on there. She's like, Jesus,
Again?
Child.
yeah, it's awesome. Oh my God.
I think that's how you classify all of us. Large childs.
Oh
Children.
yeah, absolutely,
Large child.
absolutely. Good times. Good times. Oh man, you're pretty quiet today, Shane.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shane's like, I don't have any kids. He's like, I'm not married.
Yeah, I'm not really relatable.
You're not useful today.
No, I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Useless. It's what you used to be before you met your woman.
Yeah. That's it. Just gonna agree. That's it.
Sure, guys.
Whatever.
Sure, guys.
Whatever. Keep making fun of me. I swear to God, you make fun of me like 16 or 17 more times, I'm out of here.
I have a funny Dean story though.
Oh man,
do.
let's go. Yeah.
I mean, he probably tell it better than I can. But I remember we were in Houston. Me, Zach, and Dean down there for what show was that? Dean?
Oh, the American Fit Expo.
American
right?
Fit Expo.
Oh, yeah.
Dean was in prep for his show, and we took him to Shake Shack a couple of times.
Couple of times.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a few times.
We went to that taco place.
Oh, the taco. We ruined. So he's in prep, and you have to be pretty strict with your diet. And Zach and I just ruined him.
Fucking
Yes.
assholes.
But he did good on his show, so it didn't matter.
Didn't affect him.
No,
Nope.
Still killed it.
we just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I think I was maybe like 4 weeks out. Maybe so it was only about
yeah.
a month away, and the one night we went to a taco place. So I'm eating chips and salsa and like 3 tacos. But then we ended up after the one day of the expo, they wanted to go to Shake Shack, and I was like, I really shouldn't be eating that shit. And,
Zach and Shane are known as the fat asses
Yeah.
of the company.
and so
Oh yeah. You'd think we wouldn't work for a supplement company. You'd be like, you guys are in shape. You eat healthy.
Taco Bell
Shane loves milkshakes.
and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
If I ate milkshakes and Taco Bell, my toilet would look like a Picasso painting.
Truck stop.
Truck
Fucking
stop.
truck stop.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Milkshake Factory. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that just opened up.
That's the place, right?
Yeah, that opened up down the road.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, so we went to get a healthy lunch. Like we went to the Tropical Cafe, and then Milkshake Factory was open. So we were like, okay, we're gonna
Let's
walk
go
over
get a
there.
healthy lunch.
I have a salad and a 1,200 calorie milkshake.
Shane's on a diet from
I had a
like,
salad though. Yeah, what's your time of day that you diet? 11 to 2.
11 to 2.
Yeah.
11 to 2. That's why he goes to lunch at 2:01.
2:01. I'm going to Taco Bell today.
Yep.
I'm on a diet between my meals.
Really shitty breakfast, really shitty dinner. Might have ice cream after dinner. But from 11 to 2, I'm eating chicken and rice.
There you go, dude. Killing it.
He did steak and eggs for like 2 hours. So he was going to do a steak and egg diet. It lasted 2 hours. I'm like, bro, you're already eating. I forget what you do.
I was unconsciously eating a donut.
You're like, fuck. Oh, yeah, Dunkin' Donuts at the meeting. He's like, fuck, dude. I'm like,
He's like, I'm on a steak and eggs diet. And then all of a sudden we look over and Shane's eating a donut.
I think you were explaining it as you were eating the donut.
I was.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing this steak and eggs. I'm like, oh, yeah, with a fucking donut.
I was explaining it to Jay. I'm on the phone, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a fuck, I'm eating a donut.
I'm eating a donut.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, that was fun. I always love Dean, you're the first guest on here.
Yeah.
The greatest part about all of this is that we want to get people involved to know that the people that we're involved with or the people that we bring on here are all good motherfuckers. I don't want no bullshit. Everybody should please go follow Dean Perrone, at Dean Perrone on Instagram. That's 2 R's. It'll be in the you'll be able to see his name. Don't fuck it up.
They'll be just fine.
I think they'll figure it out,
find it.
Seth. Good job.
Yep.
Please explain a little more. Gee,
It's on Instagram.
it's on Instagram.
Just videotape it and
I'll videotape it. Jesus Christ, videotape it.
fucking boomer.
I swear to God. Well, I mean, whenever I don't understand something, I do this with like whenever I'm learning something new or I want to be involved in something, I'm like, treat me like an idiot. Just pretend I have no clue what's going on because I don't. Treat me like a small child. Do I have to break this? Do I have to hold your hand like a small child? Let me break this down for you. Please do. Yes, I'm stupid. And I mean, that's the best way to explain some things to people is break it down like you tell like a 5-year-old.
Yep.
And then whenever you look at Emmy and he explains something and she's like, huh? And you're like, fuck. And then I try and tell Adeline something. She's like, that's just dumb. It's dumb. Like, fuck. But no, everybody go follow Dean on Instagram.
Dean with 2 R's.
Dean Perrone. I said Dean Perrone with 2 R's.
I know. I'm just
fuck you, Bob.
Dick.
But right now, we're going to end the podcast. We end the podcast with 3 questions, as you know. They are questions from Answer the Internet. Questions as fucked up as you are from Barstool Sports. We have no affiliation with Barstool Sports. We just think it's funny as fuck and it's cool. The whole goal is to ask your coworkers, ask your friends, ask people on the job site, ask people in the office, your mom, your dad, your pastor, your priest. They're really fucked up questions, typically. And Shane has gotten himself in a couple bits of trouble.
A little bit of a pickle.
A little bit of a pickle. But right now, we'll go into that. So again, with this podcast, everybody, I hope you enjoyed. Please share the shit out of it. Post about it. Tag us in it. Have a good time. We'll post the clips up. Repost the clips. Get everybody involved. The whole goal with this is for this to make your life a little bit better. For you to smile when you go to work. For you to be inspired. For you to want to fuck shit up and become a better person. And now, we'll end it with Answer the Internet. Shane,
you ready?
Are you ready, fellas?
I think so.
I think I'm always ready.
I'm excited.
I am too. Go.
All right, Shane, let's go.
All right, the first one's debate the internet. If you know you're going to get laid, how far in advance do you stop jerking off?
Wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
I got questions.
Yeah, I got questions too. I have a different philosophy here, I think.
Yeah. So, am I getting jerked off by the woman, or am I doing the own jerking of myself?
No, you're jerking yourself.
I'm not jerking before. No.
Yeah, how far in advance do you stop then?
What do you mean, like hours or like days?
It could be both. Like, do you stop days before? Because okay, like today's Monday, and you're getting laid on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you jerk off on Monday? Do you jerk off on Tuesday? Do you jerk off Wednesday morning?
Oh, no. I probably should, given the fact I'm getting my ass kicked at home.
I mean,
losing battles left and right.
I mean,
letting the male race down.
I try to. I mean,
I
wouldn't stop a few days out. You got to keep the.
Yeah.
Keep the stamina up.
That's what I think.
If I'm gonna wait if I'm like, okay, in 6 days I'm getting laid, I'm gonna wait 6 days.
No way.
No way.
No way.
I'm jerking off Wednesday. So I'm emptied but I'm ready to go longer, I think.
You're primed and letting her have it.
Yeah. I need 4 hours. I need like a 4-hour gap.
Jesus Christ. Bob's in a different category because doesn't have kids and he just fucks all day, every day. Lets her have it, lays the law down. She eats them alive. You're pretty active.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you two haven't got STDs yet.
Nope.
No? Nope. When it's just you two, nothing bad happens, huh?
I know.
I'll be damned.
No one's cheating. For all these years, no disease, no one's cheating.
No one's cheating.
Yep.
No swinging.
Yep.
Not happening.
Don't lie to me. Yeah,
I guess I know right now.
I wouldn't stop. I'd put no days.
No days. You're just
no days
your
off.
Routine is on.
Yep.
Routine's on.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm Wednesday.
Dean's cool with Wednesday. I'm way off because just being so busy with everything, 5 times in a row I have lost. So maybe I should be jerking off Wednesday morning to prep for Wednesday night. Yeah, I got to get back into it. I got to cheat a little bit. I got to like play the game.
It's not really cheating. It's just training.
Yeah. Training's a better word. Cheating just in any sexual preference sounds really bad.
It's okay to cheat like
Got to cheat the system of prepping my game, so I'm in training. I got to train myself to do a better job. Mm-hmm. The pregnancy thing fucks me up, dude. It's a real thing.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
That's a real thing. It's a real thing. My game's off. I feel pathetic, but I also enjoy it because I feel like I'm a young kid again. And being as old as I am, I'm like, oh man, I'm young again. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm definitely old as fuck.
Kim jacked me up with the new hair. The new hair fucked me up for weeks.
Yeah.
Like a month.
Getting there.
I was like, God,
son of a bitch.
a new person.
Ever since we got back from Texas, I have lost. Dramatically. Like in dramatic fashion. like to the point where like she's making fun of me now. And she gets a kick out of it. I was like, good, dig. You got to dig for the cue. She's like, what? You want to lose again? I'm like, yeah. It's so great. It's like a nostalgic thing of being young again.
a young lad.
Young lad, just with hard-ons all the time. I smell the vagina and I come in my pants. Oh my God, she's so wet for me. Look how handsome I am. She likes it. Let me touch it again. Oh my God. She touched me. Oh my God. Now, if you were saying like,
whoa,
whoa, settle down. Now, if you were asking how long can foreplay last, like I don't know. It depends. I feel like I just need to take a ton of tests again. Maybe eat like a Viagra, and like drink a half a bottle of whiskey, and I'll be porn star status again.
Yeah,
that's the cheat code.
Well, she's gonna be like, "You cheated, you cheater." That doesn't count, but it does.
It does because I heard you screaming.
Like, ready again?
Let's go again. I'm ready. He didn't even go down yet. This is fucking crazy. I can beat him off the fucking table.
Got a few hours left in this thing.
Look at this thing. You can punch him, slam him in the door. It's great. That's the cheat code. So if all of a sudden you see me 20 pounds bigger, red in the face, red as fuck, you're like, okay, 1,000 mgs of test, Viagra, and half bottle of whiskey. Yep. Going in.
Yep. Seth's only eating and fucking right now.
That's all he's doing. And Hannah's just walking around with a big smile on her face. Walking a little funny. Oh, Jesus.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Great question, Shane. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about this next one.
Oh, man.
Damn it.
You were doing so good.
I know.
My cheeks hurt.
Dean's a special occasion.
All right, let's go.
All right. Poll the internet. Getting an answer. Would you rather give the first 99% or the last 1% of a blowjob?
Repeat it.
No, I'm good. I don't want it repeated. I've heard this somewhere before. This is not cool. This is not good.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just go to the next one.
You're picking a new one. This is the first time. This is majority rules.
Yeah. I thought I was going to escape any dick question.
No, this was a dick, gay, and fucked up question.
What did everyone choose?
Everyone chose the 1%.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst.
That's the worst percentage.
No, the every 63% chose the first 99.
First 99% of the bunch.
The first 63%.
Oh, so I mean, I guess we can analyze this right now and
in.
sound really fucked up, but I mean.
Yes, they're putting in all the work. 63% wants to do that.
They wanted to put in 24 minutes of work.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, okay, did you ever see that thing? I love the military gay memes. The one spot dudes like, because, you know, with us with the dick jokes and us putting dicks on everything and how it's funny. Haha, it's a little penis. So the military memes, people are like, man, I swear to God, you're a Marine. I'm like, no, you know, I didn't go in the military. And they're like, you're as gay as us. Like the jokes about it all, the 69 jokes, all the things, like it's funny. Yeah. So I was, there's this one military page I follow, and the question, I think it was on Facebook or Instagram or somewhere, and they were asking a dude, it was like a typical military looking guy, big dip in, sitting there with a fucking clear bottle spitting into it, had his fucking greens on, and they're like, how much would it cost? How much would it take? How much money would it take for you to suck a dick? And he's like, $35,627. They're like, boy, that was a pretty specific number. He's like, that's how much is left on my Ford F-150 payment.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh man, that's fucking funny. He's like, it was like a 35,000. Like he knew that was a pretty specific number. Yeah.
He just rattled it out.
We knew from. He's like, that's how much my F-150's left on there. I'm like, oh man. Oh, it's fucking funny, dude. I love shit like that. So 63% putting in the first 99% of the work. And the other one, I'll say it one more time. Sorry, we're going to that same military thing.
Yeah.
They were like, would you rather suck 10 different dicks once or the same dick 10 times? Okay.
Yes, I remember.
Well, that was the question, and the guy thinks about it. He sits back and he looks and he's like 10 different dicks one time. And she's like, oh my God, why? And he's like, because sucking one dick 10 times, that shows commitment. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
That was well thought out, bud.
Very
That
good
shows
point.
commitment. You're
Yeah.
like, oh man, no way, I'm definitely sucking 10 different dicks too.
Yeah, because like, what? Oh, we meet again.
Oh my God.
Man, these are fucking tough, dude.
All right, you got to.
Am I doing a substitute for that one?
Yeah, you're substituting that one. I don't
I
want
got-
nothing flying at my face. I've shot myself a few times already. I'm good.
Went a little too far with that one. Mike wasn't here to choose. All right. To replace that one, pull the internet. Mm-hmm. Would you rather have to piss sitting down for the rest of your life or go vegan?
Oh,
I'm pissing sitting
yeah,
down.
I'm gonna sit down to piss.
I'm gonna sit down to pee. That's it. That's a given.
Dean's already kind of vegan, so
Keto vegan.
keto vegan.
vegan.
Sorry,
Yeah, I'm definitely sitting down. Fuck that.
Sitting down to pee.
that's gonna suck.
Yeah, but
So
Can you imagine actually having to fucking do that?
Oh,
That
it'd
would
be terrible. Adeline can pee standing up.
What movie is that from? Where the chick walks into the bathroom, just puts her leg up above the urinal.
Stepbrother. Stepbrother. So, I mean, all right, these are fucked up stories about my kids. Adeline is a fucking handful. But, like, whenever she, I'd pee outside, you know what I mean? I'm just pissing outside. I'm a guy. And she's like, I want to do that. I'm like, Adeline, you're a girl. And she's like, I can do it. And I'm like, whatever, dude, fuck off. You know, you're a kid. Just whatever you say. And all of a sudden, one day, she's like, hey, look at this. Sure enough, she found a way to manipulate herself, standing up to be able to pee, standing up with her vagina. She'll like do something and it'll go. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on down there? What are you doing? I'm like, all right, dude, that's my kid. Half a dude. Fucking learn.
Good job.
Pissing standing up. What are you
Yep.
gonna do? Shit in the woods next?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Fuck.
Yep. I'll be sitting down before I'm a vegan. I'm going to enjoy a steak, and then I'm going to go sit down in the bathroom and take a nice piss.
Oh man.
I'll eat twice as much steak just to make sure a vegan does not have any impact on the world. You asshole. Just kidding. Vegans are great. They just leave more for me.
oh yeah.
All right.
All right, last one.
Let's go, Shaner.
All right, answer the internet. Would you rather have a chick with a great ass but sideburns or a chick with great tits but a mustache? Almost couldn't get through that one.
So I'm either having a chick with a great ass and sideburns,
Yep.
or I'm fucking Bob with a big set of tits. I'm taking the sideburns in the ass. I'm not staring at Bob fucking nothing. That ass and sideburns.
Ass and sideburns.
Sideburns all the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, because then you're kissing a mustache every time. Fuck that.
Kissing Bob. I don't even want to look at that when I'm having sex.
Stop looking at me.
I did kind of make eye contact with you for a minute there.
I'm like, God damn it.
You feel violated?
I'm sweating. Face is red.
Trying to picture Bob with nice tits.
Yeah, but did you look down? Like you looked at my mustache and then at my tits. Get out of here.
Oh, man. Yeah, you got to go with the sideburns in the ass.
Yeah.
Sideburns.
Yeah, I'm an ass guy.
Yeah.
I'll deal with the sideburns.
I like it all, but I just can't. No, not that.
Yeah. No mustache.
So even if it was reversed, if it was great ass with a mustache, or great ass with a mustache, or sideburns in the tits, I'd still take the sideburns in the tits because I don't want that mustache anywhere near me.
The sideburns would look fucked up too. Think about that.
Are we talking about some chops?
Some Elvis chops.
I just think of Elvis chops. Yeah. Like I'm
no,
not gonna
no,
think.
no,
I'm
no,
not
we're
thinking like this. Like no.
No, like a little further down. Like I'm not talking about a fucking chop. Like you stop me here.
Or just think of them straight down to the cheekbone here. Just strip. It's like,
what are you doing to yourself over there?
Depending on the hair, you could kind of hide the sideburns too.
Yeah.
You're not hiding the mustache with anything.
No ponytails.
If they like shaped them up, if they had like,
Can we clean that
if they
shit
got
up?
them lined up,
So wait,
fuck it.
why are all these questions quarter gay?
Everyone.
Every single one is half to quarter gay. Sometimes
It's
all
the
the way.
funniest jokes.
I know. Oh yeah, I'm staying as far as I can away from the mustache.
Agreed.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
so whatever it is, yeah, I'll take the sideburns.
Might like it. You know?
You never know unless you try. You might as well. Hot damn. Good questions.
Was that a poll one? Or,
No.
Oh,
no.
just okay.
Oh, I guess the poll one with the piss sitting down or vegan, 97% said sitting down.
Oh, wow.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are the 3%ers?
Vegans. Vegans that are already vegan. Yeah.
That's a great way to standing up to pee. Look at that vegan over there.
3% are vegans that already sit to pee. Pretty much.
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. All right, everybody. Again, thank you for tuning in. I had a ton of fun here. I hope you guys did too. Again, with all those answer the internet questions, please make sure that you ask your friends, your coworkers, everybody on the job site. Have fun. Go back, listen to some other podcasts. Listen to this one again. Enjoy it all. Have fun. Biggest thing I want everybody to take away from this is being a good motherfucker. Feel good, look good, work hard, enjoy your life, and don't leave it in too long. And if you have any questions, ask Dean about his pull-out game. Apparently, it's stupendous.
Solid.